Welcome back to Houston Life. Turning now to your health. Next month marks the start of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime.
And the majority of these women do not have a family history. That's why it's especially important to make mammogram screenings part of your annual breast care routine. And luckily, we are with Dr. Kenny Sam, a breast and interventional radiologist affiliated with Memorial Hermann Health System, joining us now on these important screenings and who should be getting them. So let's just start at the very basics for people. What is a mammogram? We all know the name, but what is it?
So a mammogram is a specialized low-dose radiation X-ray of the breast, and it is considered the gold standard screening mechanism or exam for detecting breast cancer. We've shown through scientific studies that routine and effective mammograms can detect cancers at an earlier stage, which leads to better prognosis, more treatment options, and most importantly, save lives.
And Dr. Sam, we used to think of breast cancer as something that affected older women.
Right.
You're seeing breast cancer in patients as young as what age?
Right. So we're seeing patients as young as in their 30s, developing breast cancer. Now, our recommendations are still to be start your screening mammograms at the age of 40 in average risk women in the United States. However, some women may be considered high risk depending on their personal or family risk factors. And in these patients, we do recommend they may qualify for additional screening exams at an even earlier age. So we do recommend you consult your healthcare provider if you feel like you should be evaluated for some of these risks.
So just to follow up then, so family history, other factors may point you to get one earlier than the age of 40, right. But across the board, your recommendation is, regardless of history, you get that mammogram starting at 40 years old.
Starting at 40, continue throughout your lifetime, as long as you're in good health. We do recommend annual screening mammograms at that.
And then when you're going in for one as a woman, what should I expect when I go in to get the actual mammogram? Right.
So we try to make this process as seamless and as painless as possible, as much as it can be. We usually start off by asking you a few questions regarding your health, personal and family history, any changes since your last mammogram regarding your breast health. And during the exam itself, your breast is going to be positioned on an imaging detector. It's going to be compressed with the imaging paddle or compression paddle. We'll ask you to stay still and hold your breath for about 5 seconds during the image acquisition. We usually take about 2 to 3 images of each breast. And following that, you're pretty much done with the complete exam time of about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So 10 to 15 minutes, and that is how you're going to detect. That's how people are going to just be aware of their situation. That's right. Pretty impressive.
It is very impressive. We're looking to make this as a quick process that women can adapt to and can use this as part of their annual screening routine.
Right.
And Dr. Sam, after the 10 to 15 minutes that it takes to do the mammogram or 3D mammography, what should people expect in terms of a timeline for getting those results?
Right. So immediately after your exam is completed, it's sent to the interpreting radiologist, such as myself. We'll review the images and we'll generate a report of findings, and we'll get it to your healthcare provider. Typically, here at Memorial Hermann, we try to get our results over to your healthcare provider within the same day, or at least after a couple of days. So as quickly as possible, that's our goal.
Well, we always say on the show that health is your wealth, so take care of yourself. Do you have any final thoughts or things that people should know, our viewers?
Sure. So, we understand that getting a mammogram can be a daunting process. But we want to make this as most pleasurable as possible, and that way women can continue to come back annually for their routine screening mammograms. And so, we're definitely here to support the women regardless of outcomes.
And Dr. Sam, sorry to jump in, Tessa, but it seems like these days, and we saw this a lot during COVID, where people were putting off their annual appointments, dental cleanings,
yes.
physical exams.
Right.
This is something, again, early detection when it comes to cancer is so key. You want people to get in, and now people can even come in before work for an appointment. You have later appointments throughout the day, so y'all have made it as easy as possible for people to be sure that they can do this annually.
We're able to make online appointments. appointments. We're able to make weekend appointments for our patients. So we want to make it as most accessible as possible for them to come in for their mammograms.
Very, very important.
Yep.
Dr. Kenny Sam, thank you so much for stopping by.
Welcome.
Remember, early detection is key. Mammogram starting at age 40, people. You can schedule a mammogram online by visiting Memorial Hermann's website. That's memorialhermann.org/mammo, or you can give them a call at 877-40-MAMMO.
That's great information. Houston Life will be right back.